Namaskaram. The one who glows with flowers that are as luminous as the white lily, the brilliant moon, and the white snow. The one who is clothed in garments that are pure white in color. The one who is seated on the white lotus. O Goddess Saraswati, protect us and remove all our ignorance. Saraswati is a river which has been mentioned in the Rig Vedas but lost her significance in the post-Vedic period. She came to be associated with knowledge, arts, literature, music, dance, and so on. Saraswati is symbolic of intelligence, creativity, imagination, and education. When she runs and flows through the terrain with a physical source and destination, she becomes the Nadi Saraswati. When she manifests as an idea through the words of a poet and literature, she becomes Kavya Saraswati. And when she is elaborated and portrayed and enacted on stage by the dancers who lend the limbs to the execution, she becomes Natya Saraswati. Kalakshetra Foundation will be presenting excerpts from the production Saraswati Antarvahini. Impassionate and full of love, the very essence of life, the elixir of all that is manifest. Her milky waters nourishing the fallow earth, just as how knowledge nourishes the parched mind. Feminine in her form, graceful in her flow and journey, Saraswati is at sometimes the powerful catalyst of civilization. Saraswati is as compassionate as a mother and as restrained as the wise. She is verily the stream of life that carries people forward in their mundane activities, the trade of commerce, the fertility of the land, and the forests with its flora and fauna, and also the rishis and seers who are there in the forests. What could have made the Saraswati disappear? Was it an earthquake? Or was it a calamity? Or was it the negligence of the people? The people are disheartened at the lack and absence of the river Saraswati. They migrate to greener pastures with their cattle. They take refuge in the plains of the Ganga that had hosted Lord Rama and Sita. Sindhu is a generic name for a river, and the river as the life breath of religion and culture is being portrayed. All the human beings and the living beings take solace on the banks of the river. This is the story of our Saraswati, who carries us with her flow through the illusion of life and leads us to reality beautifully and gracefully. Though she is invisible, she is replete with creativity, imagination, knowledge, and beauty. Kalakshetra Repertory will be presenting Saraswati Antarvahini. The music has been composed by Sri R.K. Sri Ramkumar and Sri K. Arun Prakash. Dance choreography by Sri Haripadman and Sri Lokesh Raj. Kalakshetra Foundation was founded in the year 1936 by Srimati Rukmani Devi Arundale and is now an autonomous body under the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. We are very happy to present this excerpts from Saraswati Antarvahini for Aim for Seva, which was founded by Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Thank you. Namaskaram.
Ya kundendu तुषारहार धवल या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणा पीतकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापः
श्वेतपुष्पोपशोभिता श्वेताम्बरधरा श्वेतगन्धानुलेपना श्वेताक्षी शुक्लवस्त्रा च श्वेतचन्दनचर्चिता वरदा सिद्धगन्धर्वैः ऋषिभिः
धुन में बहती सरस्वती, दिल की धुन में बहती सरस्वती, दिल की धुन में बहती सरस्वती, दिल की धुन में बहती सरस्वती, यदि केवल में चलती सरस्वती, यदि केवल में चलती सरस्वती, दिल की धुन में बहती 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 सरस्वती, यदि केवल में चलती सरस्वती, यदि केवल में चलती सरस्वती, दिल की धुन में बहती सरस्वती, लहर लगर पर गूंजे सरस्वती, लहर लगर पर गूंजे सरस्वती, सा धनी द पा म प म पा रे, सा धनी द पा म प म पा रे, सा नि म ग पा पा म सा नि रे रे स रे म पा पा रे रे नि सा, सा नि म ग पा पा म सा नि रे रे स रे म पा पा रे रे नि सा, नि स द नि प द म प रे म प नि द म रे म द, नि स द नि प द म प रे म प नि द म रे नि सा, लहर लहर पर गूंजे सरस्वती, 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 लहर लहर पर गूंजे सरस्वती,
तक धिम ततक धिन ततक धन ततक झंडु ततक धिमि ततक किट तक धिमि तत्ता तक तक धिमि तत्ता तत्ते तक 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 धिमि तत्ता तत्ते तत्,
लहर लहर पर गूंजे सरस्वती, 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 भारत भरते भाती सरस्वती, भारत भरती भाती सरस्वती दिल की धुन में बहती सरस्वती यदि की वन में चलती सरस्वती
तक धिमि तत्ता तक तक धिमि तत्ता तत्ते तक 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 धिमि तत्ता तत्ते तत्थिन्
ऋषिकलित धरणी सान्द्र संचारिणी ऋषिकलित धरणी सान्द्र संचारिणी सस्य श्यामल स्निग्ध मुग्ध संशोभिनी ऋषिकलित धरणी सान्द्र संचारिणी सस्य श्यामल स्निग्ध मुग्ध संशोभिनी ऋषिकलित धरणी सान्द्र संचारिणी सस्य श्यामल स्निग्ध मुग्ध संशोभिनी ऋषिकलित धरणी सान्द्र संचारिणी वाणी वाणी जयति नवधान्य संभूत नवरत्र मणिखचित नवनवोन्मेषिणी 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 वनचर मयूरादि वैभवास्यन्दिनी 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 दल्ति दल्तावले ताम्रादि लोगाद्य दल्ति दल्तावले ताम्रादि लोगाद्य दल्ति दल्तावले ताम्रादि लोगाद्य वनचर मयूरादि वैभवास्यन्दिनी दल्ति दल्तावली ताम्रादि लोगाद्य वनचर मयूरादि वैभवास्यन्दिनी दल्ति दल्तावली ताम्रादि लोगाद्य कार्तिकानन्दयुत आर्थिक विचारिणी द्यूत क्रीडा कलित केला सात्विकानन्दयुत आर्थिकविचारिणी द्यूतक्रीडा कलित केला विशेषिणी अतुलनिकषागुण नटदिल्दीवरश्याम खचितवासगृह अकळङ्गशिल्चिता विपुलमार्गायता विमलजलाशय विपुलमार्गायता विमलजलाशय ललितलता गृहभरित नस्याञ्जित पुरवर परिपाल पूताधिकारिणी कोमधूमव्रत अनिलनलयुता विपुलमार्गायता विमलजलाशय ललितलता गृहभरित नस्याञ्जित पुरवर परिपाल पूताधिकारिणी कोमधूमव्रत अनिलनलयुता ऋषिकलित धरणी सान्द्रसञ्चारिणी सस्यश्यामल स्निग्ध मुग्धसंशोभिनी ऋषिकलित धरणी सान्द्रसञ्चारिणी सस्यश्यामल स्निग्ध मुग्धसंशोभिनी ऋषिकलित धरणी वसन्त मधुर मलय पवन ललितलता कुञ्ज सुवन वसन्त मधुर मलय पवन ललितलता कुञ्ज सुवन वसन्त मधुर मलय पवन ललितलता कुञ्ज सुवन सुरसरिता चरित गमन सुरसरिता चरित गमन सरस्वती 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 कालगमन परिस्पन्दित कलुषित कल्मष दूषित कालगमन परिस्पन्दित कलुषित कल्मष दूषित विचलति व्याकुल सरिता विचलति व्याकुल सरिता दूसर दूषण भरिता दूसर दूषण भरिता दूसर दूषण भरिता
मम रि स रि स स नि रि स द पद प म प म ग म प म रि स रि स स ग म ग म प स नि पद प म प म ग म प नि सा मम रि स रि स स नि रि स द पद प म प म ग म प म रि sari sa sa ga ma pa sa ni pa da ba ma ga ma pa ni sa ma ma ri sa ni ri sa da pa da ba ma ga ma pa ma ri ga ma pa da ma pa ni sa ma ri sa ni ri sa ri sa ri ri ga ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ni sa da pa ma ga ma pa ni sa ni प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली
तत्तुम तकतुम तगिटतुम तदिगिटतु तदिगिटतु तदिगिटतु
प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली
तत्तित्तकदिनतां तित्तकदिनतां तकदिनतां
प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली
तदिंक तत्तिंक तकदिक तदिंकिटतु तदिंकिटतु तदिंकिटतु
प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली
तदिं 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 तद्दिक्किटतु तगदिक्किटतु किटदिक्किटतु
प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली छण्डावृत शोभित विशेष चित्रवारि गात्र शुम्भित प्रचोदित प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली छण्डावृत शोभित विशेष चित्रवारि गात्र शुम्भित प्रचोदित प्रकम्पनिष्ठ भूतावली छण्डावृत शोभित विशेष चित्रवारि गात्र शुम्भित प्रचोदित भुगद्भुगद्तरङ्गिता सरस्वती तु विह्वला 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 चलत् चलत् विलोलिता चलत् चलत् विलोलिता तु अन्तरङ्गवाहिनी 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 கலைமகள் பெயரிய நதியே கங்கையாய் கலைமகள் பெயரிய நதியே கங்கையாய் நிலை உயர்ந்து அமைய நீடிய அந்நதியில் உலைவிலா மனத்தனாம் உத்தமராமனும் உலைவிலா மனத்தனாம் உத்தமராமனும் அலைமகள் சீதையும் ஆடிடப் புக்கனர் காரெனும் நல்லான் கவிமழை தந்து தோம் தகிடதீம் தகிடஜம் தகிடதீம் தனதஜம் ததீம் 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 ததகஜனுதீம் தோம் தகிடதீம் தகிடஜம் தகிடதீம் தனதஜம் ததீம் 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 ததகஜனுதீம் வந்த காரெனும் நல்லான் கவிமழை தந்து பாரெல்லாம் செழிக்க செருக்கோடு வந்த ஆரெல்லாம் புறந்திடு வள்ளலாய் வளத்தினை ஊரெல்லாம் தந்து உவப்பினை கூட்ட ஆதிரை உடனாய் அழகுடன் தோன்றிய கோதிலா நிலவின் குளிர் நன்னாளில் ஆதிரை உடனாய் அழகுடன் தோன்றிய கோதிலா நிலவின் குளிர் நன்னாளில் மாதரார் தம்மின் பெண்களை நோக்கி தீரில நோம்பினை செய்க என்றிட
குளிரொடு பொருந்திய வாதை காற்றினில் நடுங்கிய பெண்கள் ஆற்றினில் மூழ்கி குளிரொடு பொருந்திய வாதை காற்றினில் நடுங்கிய பெண்கள் ஆற்றினில் மூழ்கி புலரா உடையொடு நோம்பினை நோற்று முடலை விறகில் அல்தனறியற்றிய எரிய அருகே ஆடையை உலர்த்தி நரியதோர் நோம்பை நாளும் செய்து புலரா உடையொடு நோம்பினை நோற்று முடலை விறகில் அல்தனறியற்றிய எரிய அருகே ஆடையை உலர்த்தி நரியதோர் நோம்பை நாளும் செய்து உரியதோர் கணவனை உவப்புடன் பெறவே முறையாயியற்றினர் ஆற்றம் கரையில் உரியதோர் கணவனை உவப்புடன் பெறவே முறையாயியற்றினர் ஆற்றம் கரையில்
இளைஞர் பெண்கள் உடனாய் நல்லதோர் உறவை நயமுடன் செய்து கல்லாய் இளைஞர் பெண்கள் உடனாய் நல்லதோர் உறவை நயமுடன் செய்து உயர்ந்து வளர்ந்த மரங்களில் ஏறி அயர்வே இன்றி ஆற்றினில் பாய்ந்து அயர்வே இன்றி ஆற்றினில் பாய்ந்து பொழுதினை போக்கி பொலிவுடன் நாடி விழுதினை பற்றி வேடிக்கை செய்து வழுவிலா இளமை வழி வழி காட்டி செழுமிய ஆற்றில் கரையினில் கிடந்தன செழுமிய ஆற்றின் கரையினில் கிடந்தன செழுமிய ஆற்றின் கரையினில் கிடந்தன
श्वेताब्जपूर्ण विमलासन संस्थितेः श्वेताम्बरावृत मनोहर मंजुगात्रे उद्यल्मनोज्ञ सितपङ्कज मंजुळस्य विद्याप्रदायिनी सरस्वती नौमि नित्यं विद्याप्रदायिनी सरस्वती नौमि नित्यम्
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवमुदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि ॐ शरणाभवतु शरणो भुनक्तु शारीरं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः all that we know and we don't know what is there. Idam sarvam Ishavasyam, all that is there, Ishvara buddhya achadaniyam vasyam. May one cover, envision the entire Jagat, all that is here known and unknown, as Ishvaraha Ishwarena Vyaptaha, Isha Vasyam. May one envision all of them as Ishvara. Why? That is the truth. It's not a upasana. In upasana, in a form of meditation, you see something more than what is there. Okay, this is called upasana. Upasana meditation. You take a word and you load it. Like Om, you load it. Or you take a particular form and you completely superimpose. You superimpose as something that has these virtues. Then meditate. So that's called upasana. Tasmin tad buddhi. And in knowledge, tasmin tad buddhi. You see that as that. That is why if somebody comes and then looks at Ganesha and he says, it's a funny figure, and then takes a picture, it's a stone. And he says, it's a stone, a sculpture. Tasmin tad buddhi. Not upasya. It is not upasana murti. It becomes upasana murti. It is an object of worship and meditation, prayer, etc. Why? Because it is made upasya. It is made upasya. And because we all know that it was a sculpture, in fact a stone, when it was sculpted, you saw the stone being sculpted, and you know the sculptor, you know where exactly the stone was quarried, everything you know about the whole vrittanta, the whole story of Ganesha, you know how it has happened. But once it is installed and consecrated, then afterwards it becomes upasya. It becomes an altar of meditation. So altar of worship also. Therefore, the same thing can be meditated upon. And if it can be mental, it can be vachikam karma or kayikam. So you can, in a threefold way, so worship Ganesha, Ishvara in that particular form you invoke. And therefore, so there is a difference between upasana and knowledge. Knowledge is tasmin tad buddhi. Again, seeing things as they are. That is what is said here. Ishavasyam. Idam sarvam is to be understood as Ishvara alone. And if everything is Ishvara, what is everything? Whatever that is known to you, unknown to you, namni namani. If you take one car, there is steel involved, paint involved, and these color pigments are all involved. Further, you go to color. What is color means is color pigment. And then what is a pigment means is all molecules. So you keep going down. Again you end up with us. And therefore what I say, so these are all namni namani, all these meanings and words, all knowledge that is Ishvara, the limitless consciousness is always there. Therefore, the Jagat, what we say, is not separate from the Vastu. Like the Jiva, all knowledge, and confined to this body, that Jiva also is limitless consciousness. And that is what he says, Nityopalabdhis Swarupoham Atma. So Upalabdhis Swarupaha Ahamasmi. And this Nitya Upalabdhis Swarupoham means I am the Nitya Upalabdhis Swarupa of Ishvara and yourself, myself. And therefore that limitless consciousness I am, who is Ishvara with Maya, Shakti. Why? Because there is a Jagat which I did not create as an individual. I find myself, my body being given, and my parentage is given, the place, scheme of things, everything is given. Nobody can create anything, and nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. And therefore, you find the whole Jagat, the given, is intelligently put together, implies knowledge, and therefore, when you talk of Jagat, you are talking of all, means all knowledge is a must. That all knowledge is not anywhere lying around, is not, it has got to be in a conscious being or consciousness, and that all knowledge is, ignorance also is in consciousness, and knowledge also is in consciousness. This table will never say I am ignorant, and therefore it has no Sukshma Sharira. And therefore now Bhagavan has got Sukshma Sharira, he has got a head, and then inside he has got inside Sukshma Sharira means mind. His mind is there, prana is there. Then you have to give him a location. He has got a body, and you must be having a location, and the location is in space, and space is a part of creation, and therefore he created this space, and he was in space already. Yeah, you get spaced out when you talk like this. And therefore, he doesn't require that Maya Shakti makes him all knowledge. Then only he can create this world, and you require only all knowledge. So that which provides the limitless consciousness with all knowledge is what we say Maya. And therefore, so this entire Jagat is a manifestation of that all knowledge. Then, in this there are certain unmanifest things also. All this a part of the all knowledge, manifest and unmanifest. A new system can come, a new even galaxy can come, and one can disappear. So varieties, this is called Avantara Pralaya. So certain, when they disappear means it's a great Pralaya, but not total Pralaya. Pralaya means total dissolution, but it is not total withdrawal. It is a partial Pralaya. Resolution, withdrawal, destruction, dissolution, you can use any word, but it is only the manifest becomes unmanifest. That's all what it is. And therefore unmanifest becomes manifest, manifest becomes unmanifest. It can be total, it can be avantara, it can be partial, ekadesha. Like a tree has a dead branch, and therefore it's not totally dead. Only one branch is dead. So it still survives. It's a healthy tree. One branch is dead for some reasons. One branch is dead. you cut it. Similarly, so someone's leg is amputated to save the person. And therefore, so you say something like the dead branch. So from this is clear, totally also if speaking, there is avantara pralayam, there is a total pralayam. Pralayam means prakarshena liyate. It is all liyate, means it resolves, it becomes unmanifest. That is pralaya. Bhagavan is called pralayaha. Prabhavav pralayas iti. Prakarshate liyate asmin iti. Pralayaha. So Bhagavan is called pralaya. And Prabhava, from whom everything comes to manifest and to whom everything goes back. Pralayaha. Prabhavav pralayasthanam. And therefore, so this avantara play with all this, all knowledge, because of this Maya, we call it Upadhi. And because of this Maya Upadhi, he is Ishvaraha. Limitless consciousness is Ishvara. Now, with reference to Jagat, Ishvaraha, all knowledge. And what is all knowledge? All that is here is a part of all knowledge. Is all knowledge. Ishvara, because what is there is only word meaning, word meaning, word meaning, word meaning, word and meaning, word and meaning, it's all knowledge. That's all required. This includes tangible, intangible, physical, biological, physiological, it is one whole. Purnaha, Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnam, Udachyate. The cause was Purna. Limitless consciousness, limitless knowledge. Effect is what? Limitless consciousness, which is limitless knowledge, is the effect. The whole Jagat is limitless consciousness, limitless knowledge. In fact, I will put it this way, limitless knowledge consciousness. One limitless knowledge consciousness. Wow! You can understand limitless means what? Limitless is not like mine, okay? So my knowledge is limited, and therefore limited knowledge consciousness which is limitless. And limitless knowledge consciousness which is limitless. That's why I always say limitless consciousness, limitless knowledge. That's better. And limitless consciousness, limited knowledge. And limitless consciousness is the truth. You are the truth. There is no second truth. You are the most significant truth. There is nothing more significant. There is only one non-dual, limitless consciousness, which is Ishvara, which is you. And one thing about this truth is, Ishvara cannot be away from you. Your mom can go to the market. The child is left behind. And therefore the child thinks that I am no good, that's why mother has gone. Unconscious gets built up. This is third year, second year, fourth year. I am no good. That is why the other child gets all attention, sibling problem, and therefore unconscious builds up. So these are all waiting for something good to happen. You meditate and you feel good, aega. Because the unconscious thinks you are now safe. So once it feels safe, that it can release, then it will release. And then marriage takes place, and both are very happy, trusting each other. Wonderful! Honeymoon! And then afterwards, what happens? This honey. When you call the other person, they call the other person, man, they both call each other honey. His only voice is different. Honey. And then they call each other honey. Honey becomes bitter. Honey, I don't like this. Honey! This is a different honey. And so this is cool honey. And it's made of, all the flowers are vapambu. And this is it's a honey made of neem flowers. And the whole thing is bitter. And therefore, this is bitter honey. I don't expect this honey. I don't want this to be repeated, honey. Understand, honey? So, it's a nice drama, no? Very interesting. All get built up and built up. So just get built up. Waiting for release. Piled up. And therefore, Ishvara, you cannot go away from. He cannot go away from you. He cannot go away from you. Even if you have a sense of estrangement from the world, from everybody, old feeling of estrangement from mother. Mother was God. She was all-knowing. She was limitless. In the small mind of the child which has surrendered itself totally to the mother. The trust is total, helplessness is total. When one is helpless totally, then one has to surrender totally. And it has a child surrendered. And let mother be, let me not be, without words, without knowledge, in innocence, it's given, it's surrendered. There are only two ways. There are two times you surrender. One is as a child, you surrender to the mother or to the hands that pick up the child. You have surrendered. You know what surrender is. You surrender. The second surrender is only afterward. It's all trust with an I. Say, okay. So partially you surrender. And certain things you surrender. Ask me also. Swamiji, when I become a student of a guru, and this guru has spiritual teaching he has got, but then he has got some funny ideas about politics, about Bush and all that. And that part of it also should I accept or just I should reject it? You should reject that. But you better, before rejecting, you check up with that guru whether he is very serious about all that. And if he is not serious, there is nothing for you to reject or accept. Okay? If he is not very serious, then what is there for you to accept? See, this is all one point of view. If the guru himself doesn't have his heart set in it, there is nothing for you to reject or accept. This is all the question, all this. I get this kind of... The second place of surrender, leave the guru alone. Second place of surrender is anesthesiologist. This anesthesiologist, generally she is a woman. And she comes and then asks you, I hope you read that, I sent you the paper, I hope you read it all. I didn't read anything. And then some paper was lying there. And that paper, I think, I hope you read it. And it's nothing. What does it say? Is some things are said, because they're all routine things. And you have to sign that. And then we will give you the general anesthesia, and it's very safe. And afterwards, after the surgery is over, we'll bring you back. And it's a routine thing. But what you have signed is very interesting. That means you have signed for this. That's it. I am willing to take this general anesthesia, and I know I am very willingly, in all with my consciousness, I accept to undergo this general anesthesia, and then suppose I don't come back, it is my responsibility. You have to come back. How to come back? Because you are not conscious to make any effort to come back. Unless you are conscious, you cannot come back. And your consciousness is knocked off, surrender is total. Whatever little you have given up. And therefore, surrender is total. At least baby can cry if something not going well. But here you cannot cry out. Surrender is total. And before surrendering, you look at her. Twice you look at her. And thrice you look at her. You don't figure out this person any different from any other person. And she is also mother of two. And the Amma enna panna porangalo? Idu bayam vera. And how she is going to bring me back? Anyway, kaitha poduvom. And therefore, so you sign with a feeling that I hope I will come back. And you can't pray also. You have to all your prayers before she begins to count 1, 2, 3. And therefore, you have to do all this before. I like this surrender to anesthesia. She doesn't play God, at the same time you surrender to God. If you understand God, there is no question of surrender. You don't need to surrender. Every emotion is because of the presence of Ishvara in the form of the order of emotion. It includes the unconscious, subconscious, all. So, in anger, in jealousy, in frustration, in fear, in alienation, in all this there is Ishvara. The day you begin to see Ishvara's presence in the form of emotional order, the order that governs emotions, and that the day, as you begin seeing that, you find all emotions are acceptable. You transcend the emotional order. Because you are not under the spell of emotion, you see an order, not only covering your mind, covering everybody's mind. So you are in touch with Ishvara. You are in touch with the total. From the Adhyatmika, and then Adhyatmika you have shifted to Adi Daivika. What a great presentation. The presentation of the Shastra. It's all Ishvara, and everything is Ishvara, all God, everything is God, inside God, outside God, Upar God, Niche God, all God, left God, right God. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That can make you crazy. So you intimately recognize the presence in that very emotion, an order which is total. An order which is total, Ishvara, you have recognized. I am in order, correct? This emotion is in order. You are in touch with Ishvara. There is no alienation. The very sense of alienation, you take it as the presence of Ishvara. This is how, so people need to handle the emotional life. And similarly, physical order, biological order, physiological order, this emotional order, order of dharma, what is right, order of karma, punya papa, what is right, wrong is universal. And then you interpret that. Unless you have a universal structure, you can't interpret. And therefore, there is universal order, common to all. Every interpretation is such that it doesn't make the interpreter the beneficiary at the cost of another. Going against dharma, in other words. So within the dharma alone, they interpret. That's wonderful. Like taxation. So the taxation law provides certain privileges. And if you do these things, you can mind detect them from your income if you donate. So if you donate for these causes, good causes, 100% you can detect from your income. 50% you can detect from your income if you have given to an organization which has ATG. So like this they provide. And people should make use of all of it. There is intelligent planning. Real planning. Whatever money, so you do that and it is intelligent planning. The planning is very important, taxing, that is within the order, within the structure. That is interpretation sometimes, so you have to look at the whole thing, because there are exceptions. And similarly, any law is going to be like that. Like grammar rules. You make a grammar rule, exception will follow immediately. It's called Utsarga and Apavada. Utsarga is a common rule, Apavada is negation. The whole structure is Utsarga Apavada, Utsarga Apavada. Common rule and then all afterwards Apavada. Exceptions. You know, like you say that the fruits, bananas, apples, gooses. No. Exception. Deers, no. One deer also deer, and two also deer. There is no yes. And the form doesn't change also. Spelling is the same. Why it is so, don't ask. There are exceptions. Why there are exceptions? Because there are rules. There is no other reason. That's what they call dharma interpretation. But it is within the dharma. You can interpret it very easily. You put yourself in the other's shoes, then you will get the right balance. Exactly what would be right. That is dharma universal. And people transgress, there should be a result. That result is called adrishta. When you go against it, and because you have a muscle power, and you can get away with it, or you have some ministerial power, you can get away with it. But one should not get away. Here I can use should. One should not get away if there is a law structure, dharma structure. And that is what is called papa, karma, durita, earned durita, which will translate itself into unpleasant situations, small and big. These are called punya papa. In pleasant situations, punya, papa, they are adrishta, not visible, but at the same time, they are there. That is the reason why everybody is life, everybody has the experience in life of luck and bad luck. Luck and bad luck. However sophisticated, big, high flying person, and he has got luck and bad luck. Now it doesn't go as well. There are pleasant situations, there are unpleasant situations for all. Why? Because every human being is a mixture of punya and papa. Punya gets translated into good situations, papa is translated into unpleasant situations, situations that you don't like. Then we learn how to handle all this. Punya and papa, we should handle these pleasant and unpleasant situations. We learn to handle. We need to learn to handle. Otherwise, they will handle you. Therefore, one side is dharma, the other side is karma. If this is dharma, this is karma. Without karma, there is no dharma. Why should I do it? What do I get? If I follow what you say, dharma, I can get more money. I can get a better job. All that I have to say in my CV. So I was like this, I was like that, and I was, go on adding. So they are not going to check up all of them. They will just go on adding. And then they say, oh my God, this fellow is big. Then you are hired. You are hired, that's it. Afterwards, it's all performance, what you do. Because you don't need these qualifications to perform. Whatever you are asked to perform, it is nothing. That doesn't require all those qualifications. So all these qualifications mentioned make the person big enough to enter into a slot, selection among the many. Bluff. Then you got the job. Why not, Swamiji? I get a job because I bluff. Then it is punched against you by Chitragupta. Automatic. It goes against you. Unpleasant. Papa. Sometimes it gets translated into unpleasant experience in this life itself. Or in another incarnation. Unpleasant. Nobody can escape. How anybody can escape? It's all one order. It is order. If you do like this, there will be sound. How you can escape that? So ये तो सीधी बात है. Therefore, karma is more than a matter of belief. Because dharma is a matter of knowledge. Karma is a matter of belief. But belief because you don't see, etc. But you see the unpleasant experiences, pleasant experiences, all these full of them. Therefore, even a primitive man always had to use the word luck and bad luck. When he went out for hunting, one day he came very late, and what he brought was only a small rabbit. This is all what he had. Whole day he hunted. Everybody escaped. All the animals escaped. Then he got a rabbit. No deer he could get, and nothing, no other vegetarian animal he could get. And then he had one rabbit. And rabbit. Then his folks, I don't know whether there was marriage institution at that time, and therefore I can't say wife. And his folks were all there, waiting, hungry, out of the cave, 3 small children, and everybody is crying, and then saying some words or whatever sounds, and then they were all waiting. Then this woman asked, why so late? நான் என்ன பண்றது? What can I do? All escaped. Nothing came anywhere around. And therefore only this one I got. We all can share it, okay? Oh, no, your brain means, okay, what we will do? So, this is sad. And he said, hey, this is all Joraba. Joraba means bad luck. Bad luck today. The next day he went out and came back within half an hour with a deer, and then she said, "Woo!" And he said, "Oh, there was the Borabo. Today is good luck." You know? You prove that he did speak like this. Yeah. I always quote. Therefore, it's a human experience. If you ask the tigers also, they will say the same thing. Or you ask any deer, it will say same thing. I was lucky I escaped. My daughter didn't escape. He will say. Almost I was caught, I escaped. And the tiger will say, the predator. Ask every missionary, he will say the same thing. He is a predator. I was not that lucky. The Swami came and spoiled. They are predators. And therefore you have luck and bad luck in human experience. And we say punya and papa, earned by everybody. Don't blame God. Ishvara is in the form of law. The law takes care of it. And you can neutralize it, that is within the law. Using your will, neutralize it. An animal has to go through punya papa. But you can interfere. And therefore, so that is that intervening action you can do always. This is what we say. So intelligent living, and you do what you have got to do. And that can include prayer also, ritual prayer, oral prayer, all that. Even pilgrimage. Pilgrimage also does a lot. Because you have to take effort, you have to make effort. That means adhikasya adhikam phalam. The effort is more, there should be more result. And thus, dharma, Ishvara is very much in the form of dharma. Ishvara is in the form of karma. Therefore, every experience is experience of Ishvara. You pinch, that pinching is possible because of Ishvara. You can bring these two, the thumb and this finger, accusing finger, index finger, together, and then all pull it, pull the skin. Well, there is pain. This is called pinching. Pinching. And the father's love is so much. The baby has a red face all the time. Red face. And every time he comes and then put you. Then when he goes out also put you. And the child runs away when the father comes. Because of his extraordinary affection. This and then it's all psychological. Afterwards it goes into the background. Pain so much. Background. It goes to the background. And so what I say, every action is possible because of the presence of Ishvara in the form of law, the form of order. And if there is a result, that also is a part of Ishvara. Therefore, in which experience you are away from Ishvara? The total surrender that the child made implied mother was all-knowing, almighty, all-power, all-shakti, all-consistency. Consistency is the thing. And no mother can be consistent. Therefore, morning in one mood, evening another mood, between that. There is mobile even while feeding the child. Now, the modern mother. What will happen to the child? I don't know. We have to wait for another 10 years. You will find them all, long hair. They will all be out, you will see. The mobile generation will come. It will be different. We will have no capacity to wait for 2 minutes. It will all be micro-hour. You can't put the kettle on a stove and wait for it to boil, water to boil. The computer also, they are not able to sit and wait. Fidgety, they become. Because it takes its own time. You look at the windows. Nothing through the window. What a life. Wait. And then they want to show something to me. I said, okay, bring your laptop. And they switch. They go, where is that? And I said, wait, Swami. Nothing. There is nothing. Nothing comes. Wait, Swami. That comes. Then again. then one program, then afterwards you click and then you take the icon to one place and then click and then wait and then click and then wait and then click and then wait and click and wait, Swamiji, wait, click and wait. Modern generation is going to be impatient, I'm sure. Mobile, patak. So this, it's all law. It's also order. So the child expects consistency. All knowledge in the mother. We got total surrender. Without knowledge implies, what is implied by total surrender is the surrendered altar. The altar of surrender is all knowledge, all Shakti, all everything, all trust. Then the violation of trust. I can't do this, I don't do this, and everything, violation of trust. And if the child doesn't understand that the mother cannot do that, and she is a mortal, she has got limitations, those things the child doesn't know. And therefore what happens? Something wrong with me, something wrong with me, something wrong with me, something wrong with me, that goes on piling up. So mother's limitations become one's own basis for blaming, self-blame. And therefore there is hurt, there is guilt and everything in the child. And that will not make the child survive, because it cannot handle this hurt and all that. And therefore it is kept away. This is called avarana. The unconscious is avarana. And vikshepa. And it will smile. A child is banished to the school, the play school. But a child feels that I am no good, that's why I am sent here. And it has to cover that. And then be in the school and come back and impress the mother so that it will be acceptable to the mother. And therefore it will smile and it will talk about the school and things like that. What did you do in the school? Oh, I played. Then mother is very happy. The more the child is happy with the school, the deeper is the unconscious. Deeper is the pain. It wants to present itself. I have no problem. I enjoyed it. Opposite. And his mother thinks my child loves it. Even if I tell the story, no, Swamiji, my child loves play school. Typical mother, more unconscious. This kind of mother will create more pain for the child. Because it's oblivious. Mother is oblivious of the whole thing. And therefore, this total trust is possible if my understanding of Ishvara is that the infallible is Ishvara, because in the form of order. Being in the form of order, the infallible is Ishvara. The who is infallible is Ishvara. Even Jiva is not fallible, really speaking. he is within the order of Ishvara. Therefore, you cannot surprise Ishvara by your actions. These only you will do. Given the background, only this kind of things will come out of you. Therefore, you are also not fallible, really. Being within the order of Ishvara, that's the point. And therefore, you can let Ishvara be. There is a modern mantra floating around in America. Good mantra. Let go, let God. Let go, let God. Let go your controls. You had your controls. So you survived. With all these agonies, what control? Let go, let God. Control is insecurity. Let go, then you become vulnerable. Let God, you are free from vulnerability. Let go, let God. Let Ishvara be. That sentence will not sink in. Let go, let God, because they have no concept of. The concept of God itself is a problem. I cannot let God do anything because when I didn't really think of God at that time, or I allowed God, then He made my life like this, a mess, and therefore I don't believe. I want to control myself. Me, 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 me. Highly me-centered people. Because we want to grow, and the whole world should help them grow. Angry. They think it is the right, and they have got some kind of a philosophy also. Demanded. Therefore, to let go of one's control, one must have the awareness of the presence of Ishvara in the form of order. Orders, making one order, Maha-order, which is infallible. That's why it is called order. So I am never away from Ishvara. And that is all possible because Aham Nitya Upalabdhi Swarupoham. I am the limitless consciousness, unaffected by anything. And that's what I am. The Astamalaka. So we will pick up now the verses, okay? It's a small digression. And for your understanding of the whole, now we can go to Astamalakya and we come back. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami.